In my last video, I showed you guys this chip right here. This was my own rapid fire chip that I designed and sent out for to get fabricated. And as I was filming that video, I mentioned that I sent out for a surface mount variant of it, and that board came in today. So let's take a look at it. So here is the surface mount variant that I sent out for. As you can tell, all the components are surface mount and it looks a lot nicer than the original one. I personally like it a lot better just because it's smaller and it's easier to mount inside of a controller. You don't have to take out a rumble motor. I discovered you can put it right on the circuit board and it'll be just fine provided you use some double-sided tape or hot glue or something like that. However to mount it. And here is the original board. As you can tell, it is really small compared to it. And once the components are on it, it takes up a lot less room and just looks really nice. And here, for comparison, is a penny. And as you can tell, it is really small. So I love it. So next thing to do is to solder everything up. Hopefully I can get a good video of that. And we're going to install it inside of an Xbox One controller and see how well it performs. I'm actually going to be replacing the mod chip inside of this controller right here. Because this is hideous. Now that I designed this, I want to replace this because I can see this and I don't want to see it. And I feel like this would just look a lot better inside of this. So let's do that. Before I do that though, I want to show you guys this. This is just random and off topic, but I bought a replacement shell off eBay and put it on this controller and it just looks so nice. I did a tear down of it and everything, and it was really, really weird tearing this controller down and replacing all the parts because it is a lot more complicated than third-party Xbox One controllers and 360 controllers. It is just, there are screws for everything. There's 2 screws just for these triggers right here. This is a separate piece. These are separate right here. It's just really, really weird. And overall, I really like this shell. It's very shiny, as you can tell. And I have no complaints about it. I love it so much. Figured I'd show you guys that. Shell was only $11 on eBay. I highly recommend it, but it doesn't. I don't think this shell caters to the 3.5 jack that newer controllers have. So make sure you're getting one that has the right hole for whatever input you're using. It's a really nice shell. I love it, and it's just so shiny. But anyways, let's solder this chip up and install it into a controller. Just hot gluing the rapid fire chip to the controller board. I did it in a way to where the pads would line up a lot easier for soldering. Now I'm soldering up the positive and negative connections from the rapid fire chip to positive and negative connections on the controller. I lucked out with these test pads that are labeled 5 volts and ground. I'm using the old switches from my old rapid fire mod, and right now I'm just soldering one wire from the switch to the center pin on the trigger. This is the wiper pin of the potentiometer. If you're using an Xbox One original controller, you'd be soldering this wire to the output of the Hall effect sensor instead. Now the other side of that wire will just run to the 1 and 2 marked on the rapid fire board. So I have Black Ops 3 running right there. I have the controller all closed up and the mod chip installed. Looks a lot better than the previous setup. I also went ahead and removed the LEDs I had installed in this. It was just the LEDs were breaking. 2 colors stopped working. One of the LEDs up here stopped working. A color on this one stopped working, and something was going on with this one intermittently. So I just removed them, and I'm going to pretty much retire this controller eventually, and maybe do a giveaway if anyone was interested in that, or just put it on a shelf for it to sit, because it has just become victim to my rapid prototyping. So yeah, I'm going to put this one to rest soon. But we have Black Ops 3 running, so let's go ahead and play this rapid fire mod. Alright, so there is this pistol right there. That was my trigger right there, but as you can tell, the mod works really well. Loving it. I went ahead and set up the dual mod as well, but I don't think I have any dual guns on this, so you'll have to just look at that. But it's basically the same thing for both triggers. So yeah, it works really well. There's a single shot sniper rifle right there. Alright, that is really cool. So the mod chip works really well. And there is the dual wield right there for the left trigger. Alright, so the mod chip is a success. So yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in buying these chips right here. I know I posted a through-hole video, but I think I want to pursue this one because of its small form factor. Maybe do the other one as a kit. I have no idea. More feedback would be awesome on this topic, though, because I'd really like to get it going to the next level. Any questions or comments, just put them below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.